education for secondary schools across the country. And this follows on very nicely from Susie's presentation, because she didn't have time to really go into education for social transformation, and that's really what I'll be looking at here. Because if we're looking at creating a sustainable future, we need to educate for that. And I'll be looking at what has worked in our experience of running Worldwide Global Schools over the last just 3.5 years, in terms of fostering an attitude of critical inquiry in students, which is underpinned by a very tangible sense of being a citizen of the world. And that, of course, starts with being a citizen in my own community, but extrapolating out from there. So I'll be looking at what, I suppose my aims are threefold. What is education for global citizenship? What does it mean? It's a term that's used along with development education, education for sustainable development. So I'd like to demystify any confusion you may have, so we have clarity in the next 10-15 minutes. What is working? We have worked with approximately half of Irish secondary schools over the last 3.5 years, and it's become quite clear to us what is effective in terms of engaging students and teachers in substantive global challenges and issues, and also what doesn't work. So I'd like to touch on that. And then also, how can education for sustainable development make a difference? I think we couldn't gather here at the National Sustainability Summit and not acknowledge that we're at a very strange juncture at this point in time in the world, a point in time when one person's opinion can be equated with another, even if the second opinion has no basis in fact, at a time when lies and alternative facts are being presented as norm. So we as educators are facing very, very tangible challenges, and I'd like us to collectively look at how we might overcome those challenges without being paralysed. No, it's failed again. So those are my kind of threefold aims. And I want to also talk about, in terms of education, we need to appeal not just to our rational selves, because we're all capable of rationally analysing knowledge and facts, but we also need to make an emotional appeal. So if we talk about something like climate change, we need to understand rationally the perils of climate change, but we also need to have an emotional response to that. John Gibbons wrote in an article in the Irish Times a couple of years ago that we humans reason anecdotally, relying heavily on hunches and intuition. But when science is reduced to a game, anyone can play. So again, how do we as teachers, as educators, operate in our current context, and how do we appeal to emotions as well as rationale and logic? So, first of all, demystifying development education is also referred to as education for sustainable development, education for global citizenship, human rights education. I don't really mind what you call it. I think it's useful for us to collectively term all these adjectival educations under the umbrella term education for global citizenship, although they can be used interchangeably. I wouldn't want to get caught up in terminology. What we're really in the business of is changing hearts and minds. So I would use this umbrella term, global citizenship education. And the second challenge we face if we're active in this area, those of us who work in global citizenship education, is measuring the impact of our work and attributing success. And this applies to all kinds of educational initiatives, to draw a very clear line of cause and effect. I may sow a seed of an idea with a student or a teacher at one point, and that seed may only come to fruition many months or many years later. So it can be hard for us to justify our work if it's a really ongoing process of learning. So for us who are working in this area, we need to first of all design ways in which we can capture some of the learning, and so that we can also justify our very existence at times. And one of the ways we need to do that is by really making the case for the absolute necessity for this kind of education. It's not a nice to have, it's not a nice little fringe class to have at the end of a Thursday as an add-on in transition year. This kind of education needs to underpin our whole education system and how young people learn. We always refer to young people, but it's often also how teachers learn. So we need to look also at teacher education this way. to how can teachers be enabled to bring about this skills-based approach to education. And we're kind of on trend because currently in the Irish post-primary sector at least, there are educational reforms looking at more skills-based learning, and so development education really helps to achieve this. The important thing to remember about development education is its starting point, and the starting point is injustice, so things that are not fair. There was a report published by Oxfam last week, and it starkly highlighted the fact that the global economy is broken, if we didn't already know. Today, I'm just going to quote this, 8 billionaires own the same wealth as the poorest half of the world's population. So that's just 8 men, as it happens, who own the same as 3.6 billion others. It's very, very difficult to try to integrate that kind of reality. And meanwhile, 1 in 9 people in the world still go to bed hungry every night. So what we can agree on is that the world is in a rotten state. And we can either choose to bury our heads and to ignore it and to pretend it's not happening and to get on with our lives, or we can choose to engage. And development education provides the ideal vehicle for us to engage, for young people to engage, for older people to engage, and for us to really engage in a collective action-oriented response to such global challenges. Thanks. There are 4 key components to this kind of education. The first is knowledge, and it's knowledge as opposed to information. We're all drowning in information, we're probably thirsting for knowledge. So knowledge about how the world works and why we've come to this point. What are the systems that are in place that perpetuate this kind of injustice and inequality? It's also a kind of education that fosters skills, primarily skills of critical thinking, yes, but also skills of analysis and cooperative learning. In life, we all have to learn together, we have to learn to compromise. So really teaching young people from a very early age how to work with others and how to accommodate views and worldviews that may be different to our own. It's very important to remember this is not a value-free zone. So development education is very much underpinned by values of solidarity and empathy. And it's solidarity as opposed to what would be more common in Ireland, which would be a charitable approach to countries in other parts of the world. That certainly would have predominated when I was in school. And we really promote this approach of solidarity, trying to put ourselves in the shoes of other people and not seeking to help, to stand in solidarity and to work together. And the final component is informed action. I used to have just action on this slide, but I think the word informed action is important because it differentiates this from a knee-jerk reaction, a response to something terrible, and actually taking time to consider what an appropriate response would be. But it's also, all the other components are of course highly important, but it can't be described as being development education if some kind of change does not happen as a result of this process. So if there's, and that can be a shift in my mindset, in how I behave, in how my class in school decides to approach something, in terms of a community initiative. So it doesn't have to be earth-shattering, but there has to be some kind of shift or positive change. So development education and education for global citizenship is quite radical. It is explicitly education for positive change, and that's what we need when dealing with issues such as climate change. So summed up here, a direct and active response to issues of inequality and injustice in the world. And since just a couple of the in World Wide Run teacher training sessions, quite often these are a couple of images that the teachers came up with to try and visually represent what this kind of education means to them. So I mentioned just there, sometimes DevEd is about engaging with different kinds of viewpoints and different perspectives that may be different to our own and trying to accommodate those. So I'm just going to do a quick little exercise here with us in this section of the enormous room. In a moment I'm going to put up an image on the screen and I'm going to look at it just for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to ask collectively what we saw in the image. Okay, ready? Just have a good look. You need to come closer, feel free. longer, turn to the person next to you and just for another couple of seconds, just to compare what did you see or what can you see in this image? What do you see here? Just for a second. My 5-minute warning, so I'm going to keep on. A quick response. First of all, did anybody see exactly the same thing as the person next to them? Any other, what did you see? Some things, and some things different. Okay. This is really, this is an abstract piece of art. But I have done this little icebreaker many times, and never have I been in a room of many people where two people saw exactly the same thing in this image. So we all see things differently. Some of us may see something literal, something more abstract, and this is just one image. So imagine what the multiplicity of views are when you're dealing with a very complex issue. And so again, this is coming back to one of the points I made earlier. If we are to engage with multiple viewpoints, or viewpoints that are very challenging to us, so for example, climate change denial, we have to make emotional as well as rational arguments. We have to state the facts, we have to have evidence, but that alone is not enough. People need to feel an emotional stake in an issue before they really take any action on it. I don't know if you're familiar with Michael Slezak. He's a journalist with The Guardian based in Australia. He's their environment correspondent. And he wrote an article a couple of weeks ago with the heading, "Writing about climate change, my professional detachment has finally turned me to panic." And in the article he writes, "I've maintained a wall between my job and my emotional response to it. But this month I have felt dread rising about looming disaster and it's an awakening." Well, that's quite dramatic, and it's no surprise that this coincides, this journalist's awakening about climate change and the visceral reaction he felt. He's also expecting his first child. This is quite a common thing we hear, that when people have their own children, they suddenly have a very real and personal stake in the future long after they're gone from the world. And young people who we work with have a very visceral connection to the future, and we need to tap into that connection as well. So it's about connecting with that, putting yourself in the shoes of a young person, if somebody else is going to have to live on this planet for a lot longer than perhaps this generation is going to have to. So amidst all that disaster, it is worth noting that we do have some very positive infrastructure on which to mould our efforts in this area of education. We have national initiatives, strategies and legislation in the form of the National Strategy on Education for Sustainable Development that Derek mentioned, and One World, One Future, which is our strategy in the Department of Foreign Affairs for how we work globally. And there's also, of course, at a global level, the Sustainable Development Goals that were agreed at the end of 2015. It was the largest consultation in the history of civil society to, so 193 countries signed commitments to reduce poverty, eliminate poverty, and make the world more sustainable by 2030. I can't go into it now, but if you're unfamiliar with it, have a look. Every country that signed needs to develop a national action plan on the Sustainable Development Goals. Ireland is notably absent, so that's one thing we could all certainly make a little bit of a noise about. And it's only at this point, with 2 minutes left, that I'm getting on to the actual nuts and bolts of the Worldwide Global Schools programme. It's been in operation for 3.5 years. We had an external evaluation last year of our work, and these are the headline findings. First of all, that our initial remit to increase the quality of development education, so kind of consistency in how DevEd is understood and practiced in schools, but also to increase the number of schools engaged with this kind of education. And that has been achieved. We obviously want to build on that momentum. The key to that success has been the multiple kinds of support that we offer to schools. So we don't have one prescribed program. We offer grant funding, we offer an award scheme, we offer training and events, we offer tailored support on the end of the phone or through school visits. And all of those things together, I think, have led to the success of the program to date. Particularly our focus on teacher capacity building the capacity and confidence of teachers to be development educators in their own schools. that we offer as a programme. They're all on our website as well. Probably the most interesting to schools right now is the fact that we have a grant call opening in March, on March 1st, and schools can apply to us for funding to support their development education work. And they can also apply to be awarded a global passport, which again validates and recognises DevEd or education for global citizenship. So, it's whistle stop, so I'd be delighted to continue this conversation with anyone afterwards, either in person here, or this is my email address and our website where you can find out more. And remember, grant call opening on March 1st. Thank you all very much.